I've got a really great travel hack to share with you where you can stay at 4 and 5 star resorts. And we're talking some of the best names out there like Hyatt, Marriott, Hilton, all the amazing amenities and great places like Hawaii, Mexico, Hilton Head, Florida, all kinds of different locations. But you can do it and save 25%, even up to 75% on your stays. And this can lead to weekly savings of hundreds to even thousands of dollars in a week. So let me share this really cool travel hack with all of you. And I wasn't kidding. It's truly resorts that look like this. This is the Marriott's Newport Coast Villas in Southern California. So you can see these are really great places with a lot of space, including living areas and kitchens and extra bedrooms. How would you like to be beachside in Hawaii? Pretty nice, even ocean views. Nice pools, nice amenities, everything that you'd expect from a top class resort, but doing it with huge savings. All right, so how do we do it? We do it through timeshare rentals. And I know timeshares, that's a lot of times a bad word. Maybe you sat through timeshare presentations. This has nothing to do with timeshare purchases, sales presentations, anything like that. We're able to capitalize on the fact that there are hundreds of thousands of timeshares that have been purchased out there, and people need to rent their weeks. And like I mentioned, you're talking the best names that are out there. These are not any shoddy 1 or 2 star resorts. These are the best 4 and 5 star resorts. Let me give you an example, and I'm going to show you how you can find hundreds of these rentals that are available right now. I'm going to first look at the Marriott's Newport Coast Villas. It gets incredible reviews, as you can see, 4.9 out of 5, tons of 5 star reviews, and this has everything. This is a 2 bedroom villa. You can literally sleep up to 8 people, by the way, 2 full bathrooms, 2 bedrooms, a full kitchen, a living room, and then incredible amenities, like I showed you some of the pictures a moment ago. So let's just take this one example. This is from June 1st to June 6th. Next year, it's 5 nights. It's going to be $430 per night. That's for a 2 bedroom villa for $430 a night. If you've looked at hotel prices these days, that's a pretty amazing deal. Let me compare this, however, with you getting this rented directly instead from Marriott. All right, so here I am in Marriott, the same exact 2 bedroom villa, $842 per night, double. 430 versus $842. You can see how significant the savings here. On this case, it's almost 50% on this rental next June. Now, before you start thinking that there's really not a lot of offers like this, I'm going to show you how you can find many of these potential rentals and really truly get savings of 25% to 75% when you use this tactic. So where you're going to do it, and I'm going to show you exactly how to find the best deals, is you're going to go to a website called RedWeek.com. We travel right now full time. I talk to hundreds of travelers, and very few people have even ever heard of this website, let alone understand what RedWeek is. So if you're at all familiar with timeshares, there was always this term that would be the Red Week. If you bought a timeshare, you typically would want to buy a timeshare in a red week. It was always just considered the best week possible. Well, if you wanted to trade your timeshare week, you could trade that week with somebody else, and it really had the highest currency, the highest value. That's what Red Week means, but it doesn't really matter in the case of what we're going to be using this website for. But I just wanted you to understand what Red Week means. It's just a timeshare term that's been out there for decades. We're really capitalizing on the fact that a lot of people own these and just can't use their weeks. So I'm going to show you how to use redweek.com in a moment. And before you worry, I know a lot of times people think, if I stay at one of these really great looking resorts, do I need to sit through a sales pitch? No. Do you have any obligations? No. Do you need to buy anything? No. You're strictly just renting a resort room. No further obligations beyond that. And don't forget, you get, besides the great savings, all of the world-class amenities. Again, I'm focusing here on the best names out there, the best resorts. Yes, there's a lot of timeshares, just like there's a lot of hotels out there that maybe you wouldn't want to stay at. But these are properties that review incredibly well, whether you're looking on Google, TripAdvisor, or anywhere else. And I always want to remind people, when you rent these type of properties, these are managed by the best brands out there. You are going to get the kitchen, the living space, balconies, the whole thing. It's way beyond just a hotel room. And sometimes you can sleep 4, 6, 8 people for what would normally cost you a tiny room in a hotel for 2 people. And again, I got to stress, we're talking Marriott, Westin, Hyatt. These are always in some of the best resort areas out there. Even Disney, you'll sometimes find available. A Hilton as well. You're going to really find really nice accommodations across the board. So the way it's going to work, I'm going to jump to the website here. We're going to search for deals. You're going to be able to book with confidence. I'm going to show you how you do that. And then it's just about saving money with your rentals. So first thing you do, just go to redweek.com. Second thing you're going to want to do is just go ahead and register for free. It doesn't cost anything. And this will enable you to look at all of the inventory. If you decide that you then want to go ahead and do a rental, the membership is under $20 for an entire year. I believe it's $18.99 when I'm recording this. So literally next to nothing. And when you see the savings, you're going to have an incredible ROI. But you don't need to spend anything up front to look through the listings. So go ahead and register. Then the next thing I want you to do is go to featured destinations. I want to show you a few things first. We're going to click view all top resorts. Look at this list: 5-star reviews, 5-star ratings, 4 and 5-star resorts. But look where the rental prices start: $129, $200, $171, $207. I told you this is an amazing way to get incredible deals on fantastic properties. You're seeing California, Aruba, Hawaii, South Carolina, Florida. The list will go on and on, the Bahamas. So some of the best vacation destinations that are out there. All right, so that's number one. That should really intrigue you so you can see what is possible right away. And again, we're ignoring resales. We're not talking about buying timeshares. This is just taking advantage of inventory and weeks that are out there that current owners just need to rent because they just don't plan on staying there that year. Maybe they've got multiple weeks and they just want to get a little cash flow. You get to take advantage of that. All right, so let's say you decide, hey, I want to go to Maui. I want to see what's available. I want to stay at the Marriott Maui Ocean Club. You get all the information, all the pictures, all the amenities, the reviews. You can go through these as well. All you need to do is then click here, view all timeshare rentals. We know this starts as low as $199 a night. Now, it may be literally one rental that's available. So that's not typically going to be the price. But what I want you to do is click this button always. This is with booking protection. So what this means is you are booking directly with RedWeek, who's been around for 10 plus years. You get protected with that. It's verified and you're booking direct rather than through an individual owner. So I always click this. Now, you might sometimes find a lower price, but to me, the peace of mind is well worth it. You're going to sometimes find a lot of different offers for a lot of different prices, but you can use the filters here and say, hey, I'm looking for how many bedrooms, how many it sleeps, and then what you want to pay a night. And if there's any type of view. Sometimes you're not going to have as many options. And you're going to notice most of these are either ocean view or ocean front. There's some garden as well. You would expect typically, right? You might pay more for ocean front than ocean view. But I point you right away to this offer here. When I'm recording, this would be for the following month. It's $286 per night. It's a 1-bedroom unit for an entire week with an ocean view, with a partial kitchen, can sleep up to 4 people. And it's a 1-bedroom. It's not a tiny studio either. By the way, it also has 2 bathrooms. So you can see just how amazing this can be. You can search just like any other travel site. You may decide, hey, I want to look in February 2025. And right away, those will come up. Sometimes if you're too far in advance, certain properties do not make inventory available. So you'll just need to check back later on. But you can see no problem finding lots of availability in February. You're going to see a lot of variation in price. A studio, of course, will be a little bit cheaper, $286 a night. But I sometimes say, go ahead and search through here. Be a little flexible on your dates. It's really competitive with people who are providing these as rentals. So they get competitive as well because they would like to rent their unit. So you're typically going to get assigned a unit by Marriott directly in this case. So it doesn't matter if you spend more money for an ocean view or less. If it fits your dates and the time frame, go ahead and do that. Some of these I know are expensive, but remember, these are 2-bedroom units. Think about what a hotel would be. Look right now, how much a hotel for a week at a 4 or 5-star resort in Hawaii would cost for a 2-bedroom villa. I guarantee you it would be multiples of what you're seeing here. Always make sure you check this here when you start looking for something. The next thing you can do is search for a place you want to go. Let's say you want to go to Hilton Head Island. Put in Hilton Head, and immediately it's going to come up with all the properties that are available. Some of these are under $100 per night. Look at the range here. These are incredible deals. It's not always going to be just Marriott's and just Hilton's. You'll sometimes find other resorts that you can look up and see what the reviews are like. But once again, I'll keep it simple. I'll just go for the Marriott Grand Ocean. Sounds nice to me. Top pick for 2024. Starts at $114 for a night. Go ahead, book with protection, and then you can see the deals that are available. It's always by date from when you start to sort, but you can then, like I mentioned, you go select for the dates. You can sort a variety of different ways and look at filters. Sometimes there's only 2-bedroom villas. The pull down has multiple different things like studios. You'll see that here. So in this case, I know it's just 2-bedroom villas, but I could say I don't want to spend more than a certain amount, or don't show me anything more than $496 a night. And then there you have it. If I want to say I've seen some that are even cheaper, don't show me anything more than $360 a night. And right away, you can see I'm just seeing the most inexpensive ones that are available. I can see close to beach, courtyard, what the views are going to look like. and then what my date range is here. $193 a night for courtyard view, a 2-bedroom villa, pretty compelling. If I go ahead and pick April 2025, maybe I don't see anything in that price range. I can click there and see, okay, they're priced a little bit higher than that. So I start to get an idea of what my nightly is going to be. If I wait a little bit on my bookie, you might find some last minute deals that are incredible. But even at this price for a 2-bedroom villa, kitchen, living room, balcony, close to the beach, pretty compelling. Compare that if you were to book this directly, a lot of times it's going to be 25% to 75% higher than what you can get on this website. So again, the best thing to do, go to featured destinations. You're going to see some of the community's favorite destinations. So it's going to get you really thinking. You can go here to see all the top resorts. By the way, you can also search for all-inclusives. You can see things that are close to a beach, a casino, if you want it to be kid-friendly, if you want golf. They've got all of this categorized, which I think is really nice. And then, of course, many of the brands that are featured. And if you go further down here, you can start to see just how many destinations potentially are possible. Resort-type places will have the most, but it doesn't mean you can't find something in Asia, in Africa, in Australia, in Central America, in Europe. It is possible. I will tell you that a lot of your inventory is going to be in the Caribbean. It's going to be in Mexico. It's going to be in vacation destinations in North America. That's where you're going to find the most availability. If I was to put Florida, we would find dozens of potential rentals because it's a vacation type area. I can go with booking protection and start to see what is available. It's just a lot of fun. So what I suggest, have a good time with this, start to search, and then find some of the best deals. And your savings should really be significant here on RedWeek.com. So if you enjoy tips like this that can save you hundreds of dollars in a week, maybe even thousands, go ahead and go to this link on the screen or use the QR code. You can download our Secrets to Traveling the World on a Budget. We have all kinds of additional travel hacks we'd love to share with you. So if you just go there, that would be great. Also, please subscribe to the channel. I've got a lot more travel tips and hacks and savings that I would love to share with all of you. But it really helps us if you subscribe to the channel and give this one a thumbs up so more people can see this, and that motivates us to come out with more great tips. If you wouldn't mind, leave a comment down below. I would love to hear if you've ever been to a timeshare presentation or done a timeshare rental, purchased a timeshare. Did you even know that this existed? Have you ever heard of RedWeek? Have you even considered it? It'd be great to hear that. And if you find a great deal, leave that down below as well in the comments. That would be really helpful for everybody. I've got a bunch of links in the description, as well as the link for you to grab that free giveaway that I just shared with you. That would be great. Again, thumbs up, subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. And hey, we'll see you out there and back in the next video.